Welcome back, everyone. I am so excited and so happy that you all have joined us. Now, this is a very informal, fun, exciting, exhilarating experience and opportunity that God has blessed me with in my spirit to share with you all. And I'm praying that all the technical aspects of everything work out right, and and you guys can get a clear understanding of what me, Nikki Ruffin Smith, and two wonderful women, phenomenal women that I'm going to bring to you guys as well. Minister Kimberly Perry and Malika Holloway, just wonderful women. And so I am going to just flow with what I have. I have many notes, many notes. And normally I kind of just not use notes. I have my points in my mind and go from there. But so I have so much material that I want to share with you all. But due to the fact that this is just the introductory course, I have to keep it at a minimum. So I'm going to have to use my notes to go with that. So on the last video, I sent you guys an audio video type thing there, as well as the transcript. I wanted you to be able to hear what I was saying, and I had some feedback where people was cutting off or what have you. Things happen. So I sent you guys the transcript, and you can read. You can read it and go from there with that. So there are more ways to do this. There's more ways than one to get all the information out there. So if you are ready, if you are willing and you are able, we're going to just go ahead and go with it. We're going to go ahead and start with what I want to talk to you about first, and that's how this came about. Well, I'm not one to do New Year's resolutions, and it's not because I don't believe that I can hold on to them or I can accomplish them. It's about more so of uh, it becomes burden. It's like boredom for me, I don't know why. I like to refer to things as a goal, and I have small spans of time instead of like this yearly thing or what have you. My goals come I usually knock them out or put them on the back burner and build towards that. I don't like really putting a whole lot of pressure on myself to I guess achieve certain things, and then I start comparing myself to others, because it usually works better for me when I put it in my head and I say, this is what I'm gonna do. This is just what I'm gonna do. And I start putting down the end result. I just bam, bam, bam. This is the end result of what I'm gonna do. And it normally happens for me. So a New Year's resolution, it's not really my forte. But I wanted to go into 2017 with the notion of us building abundance, of course I'm talking about spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, but I am also talking about wealth, and I mean for myself as well. And in order to do that, we need to come together with one leader or two leaders, so he will have you co-leaders, and we have a game plan and we stick to it. And I, pretty much serve as your accountability person, and mine too, where I'm being transparent and I'm saying this is what I'm doing. You know, guys, let me tell you, although I have ups and downs and highs and lows, for the most part, I have accomplished pretty much everything I wanted to do. I've always wanted to be in the military. I always wanted to serve in the military, and I did so for almost 30 years. very successful in the military. Had many people to tell me I wouldn't make it. I was too girly. I was this. I was that. But there's a place for everybody, even in places where you don't think you fit. You know. And I did that. I planned to get married during the time that I would be transitioning from one point to another in the military and eventually retiring. I plan to get married. I plan to have a baby. Everything worked out. I had a baby, not planned early in my life, which I love her to death. But I wanted to see if I could plan my personal life and and dedicate as much as I did to my career and have it work, have it really work and be prosperous. And you know what? I found that things like that don't just happen. You have to work it. You have to walk the walk. When things start coming your way, you want to give up. In my career, God knows, I can't tell you that I never wanted to give up. But I knew that I couldn't give up, because I read a quote the other day about uh, something to the effect of the end result was more valuable or more important than giving up, than what I was going through at that moment to make me want to give up. The end result was so sweet that I was like, oh, I'm not giving up. So that's how I feel in my personal life as well, with the marriage. Because there are moments, everybody feel like I want to give up. I do. And it could be anything. It may not even be something dealing with your spouse. It could be the loss of a parent, or something serious really happens to shake your foundation and you want to just give up. But when you think about what tomorrow could bring, you start saying, no, that's so much sweeter. That's so much worth more than me just saying, I'm giving up. You understand? And I know you all have been at that place in life. And that's what. And then the most recent thing for me is my credit was pretty much demolished at one point, and still building on that, still working with that, because my mom had gotten really, really ill. And so I had to take care of her. And I didn't care about my credit when it came to her. I wanted my mama to be healthy and happy. And in order to do that, I had to kind of let some things go because she was suffering. At the end of her life, she began to suffer. And I had to make sure she was comfortable, and I knew God had me in that. I read another quote about, oh my God, it shook my whole core. It says, don't worry about your debt. Don't even be concerned about your debt. Now, it didn't mean don't find a plan. Don't try to, get out of the debt, and don't, it didn't mean any of that. Just be willy-nilly. It meant don't worry. Don't worry about it. Because life is so short and you're worrying about something that is way out of control, beyond your control. All you can do is do what you know to do, and or find someone who knows something different. And it's still going to be a process. It won't change overnight. So don't worry about the debt. So let me tell you, in essence, uh, my husband and I were able to lease a home, beautiful home, 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, high ceilings, all the things I wanted. Well, I say 95% of the things I wanted in the home. And there, if you looked at, I'm not going to talk about him, but if you look at my credit, you would have been like, well, you already have a home, you know, you can't get something else. I did not even embrace that notion. We just walked out on faith saying, okay, we need a house. We want to stay where we are. We don't want to move back in our other house because that's where my mom passed, number one. Number two, it was not in a place where we wanted to be. So, so I was like, well, God, do your thing, you know, and here we go. Here we are. So, and the enemy will have you thinking that you have no stories to spark someone else to say, wow, I can do this. I was talking to a friend last night who told her, I said, I want to write your book. And I mean, no cost to you at all. I just want to write it, and we'll talk about publishing, you know, what the cost of that is later. Because her story, her military story is outstanding. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who just went in and kicked butt and did all kinds of stuff, jumped out of planes, became a general. She did get ranked. She did do some great things, but she went through some stuff, baby. And you would have never. She could have given up so many times. She didn't. And I said, I have to tell that story because somebody needs it. Somebody needs that story. So before I go all off into something else, I want to get back to what we came here for. The reason, I don't know if I summed up the reason why I wanted to, I think I did a little bit, why I wanted to talk about rebuilding your life 2017 is because we're going to make this particular group, this particular teaching is about quantum leaping. If you don't know what quantum leaping is, you need to research that. I learned about quantum leaping a long, long time ago. And it's about really putting yourself as you your energy, your mind, your mind's eye to where you want to see yourself going. And you leap into that. You jump. Oh my God, Steve Harvey said something like this, and I forget now. It'll come to me. But anyway, we're talking about what I'm visualizing for our lives, for my life in 2017. It is going to involve a quantum leap. I'm talking about monies in the bank, not hundreds, not thousands, not 10,000s. I'm talking about millions in my bank account. And so you might want to say, well, Nikki, that's not possible. You're talking about 6 months to a year. Yes, I am. I am. You talking or you listening to someone who nobody can tell me ever you can't do something. You already know this. People that know me know this. Don't tell me you can't do something because I'm gonna show you that I can. Now, the behind the scenes, I may be like, oh, oh, okay, I got it. But at the end of it, like my husband always say, I know you're gonna figure this out because I figure it out. I figure it out. And this year, 2017 coming up, it's not gonna be all of that angst, all of that uh, you know, woe is me feeling. No, sir. No, ma'am. I am going to relax and let go and let God guide my feet. Now, we say this all the time. We say we're going to let God order our steps, but do we? Not in 2016. I didn't do that daily. I did not do it daily. Now, I'm too old and, and too wise to not do that. I don't know about you. There are so many people dying without, like my girlfriend says, without going to the grave empty, saying, I fought a good fight. I've done everything. I believe I surrendered to God. That's the 2017 I see. That's the 2017 I want. And if that's not what you want, you might be in the wrong place today. Because I can't carry you there. But with my energy of believing and knowing it is there. It's there. We just need to jump into it. It's going to involve a jump, y'all. It's not a walk into this. It's going to involve a high jump into this. So you got to have high jump faith. That's what this teaching is for. It is not for the faint at heart. This is for somebody who is ready, who has prepared for the Olympics, or who has been tired of coming in last. That is my reason for doing this teaching. Now, my next video, I am going to come to you we're going to talk about the spiritually transmitted diseases. Now, these, just like scientists have found sexually transmitted diseases, but trust and believe those are not the only diseases out there. Those are just the ones that, okay, we know about, we can kind of keep it under control, blah, 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 whatever. So the spiritual diseases that I'll discuss will not per se be the only ones. This will be the ones that was planted inside my spirit to speak about, the ones that I have had firsthand knowledge with. A lot of times it's good to speak about what you know, and sometimes I've learned that sometimes you teach as well what you don't know. You teach it from someone else's perspective, from what they told you, because everything doesn't have to be thought sense. You don't have to know that ground when you jump off a building. You don't have to know it firsthand that at jumping off a building, you're going to hit the ground and possibly die. You don't have to know that by doing it, right? So everything you teach doesn't have to be you experiencing it firsthand. Now, a lot of people say, well, what I look like doing this and doing that when I don't know what that, I don't know. Maybe you can teach that based off of your seeing others going through that situation, right? You got people that can teach you and tell you the detriment of drug abuse or alcoholism based on the fact of a grandparent, perhaps, or uncle or aunt, and how some trauma there just took place, and it did something to that individual. So they could teach the hell out of it. So that is what I'll be talking about on the next video. I would like for you to continue to join us, and you are in store. It's 24 hours. 24 hours of just going at it, y'all. Just going at it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And so the videos are recorded, and so what I'm hoping to do. I'm working with on my laptop, because I'm not one of those who have gotten the Facebook Live icon yet from my laptop. So what I'm going to do is attempt to go live from YouTube. So once I get that going, I'll post that link and we'll be live. And hopefully I can have you guys chime in and whenever you like to. So that is that. I hope to see you in the next hour or so.